Scorpio, welcome to your mid-June 2025 reading. Chaos has ensued around you and you're just kind of sipping your tea, minding your own business. I don't know if y'all are the ones that caused this wreckage, but all of you know that it needed to happen. So somebody said something, you unveiled some sort of truth, and you know that you're in the right. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting. It could have happened recently, or maybe it happened at the beginning of 2025. This is the energy. I feel like everybody's really picking up speed when it comes to their manifestations, especially in the month of June. You know, the month of June is very, very lucky because of that heavy Jupiter energy. Jupiter has to do with luck, growth, optimism, which, by the way, you did get the 9th house, which is in Jupiter. Very lucky, very truth-seeking as well, unveiling, seeking, like you're very tapped in tune with your spiritual side, as you always are, Scorpio. You are a water sign, heavy on the mysticism, heavy on the, interested in the occult, interested in things usually people aren't super keen on, right? You have all those secret knowings, very in tune, very in tap. I really believe, okay? And it's okay if this isn't resonating for all of you. Take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else. But there's some kind of knowledge you have gained, and it is very honest. It's true to your soul. You know it's your highest path. It's meant for you. And people ain't happy about it. People ain't happy about it, okay? But you are. You are. Anyways, all right. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. Let's get into the particulars. Let's see what we have. I want you to know that you are wonderful and amazing for being here. Thank you so much. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you have got going on and how it touches your life. We have you with this Mercury energy. Remember when I said there was a truth? Well, Mercury has to do with intellect, logic, thinking, and communication. We also have Virgo energy, very pure-hearted, right? Very selfless. And we have the 9th house, which is spirituality, philosophy, expansion, luck, touching with your higher self, touching your soul even. And so once again, I say this, you know what's meant for you. You're telling people how it is, how it be. You're living that life. You're sipping your tea. You're doing your best to care for your body. Relax. You're coming up as a Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles knows how to take a load off. Look at her. She's even slouching a little bit. I always think of this as her like with her little cozy, her little snuggie. She's going, I can be at peace with myself because of the decisions I have made now. Just because you're taking a breather now doesn't mean that you don't have stuff to do. I think that you're very busy. I feel like you have a lot of planning to do. It's very exciting. And you know what you're meant for. Once you know that your overall outcome, potential outcome, time, energy, fluid. So this is how we're wrapping up. This is the energy that we're stepping into in the next 2 weeks. The lovers. So I will say, picking up a little bit that some of you are in relationships that your family doesn't agree with. Sorry about that. It happens. They'll warm up to them, especially if you really love them. And even if this person isn't meant for you and they end up being right, that doesn't mean that they weren't meant to be in your life and teach you beautiful things and give you beautiful experiences. And your family should respect that, okay? Your family, friends, everybody should respect the choices that we make. But key word is the choice. There's a choice you're making that is following your heart, following your soul. It is very freeing. It is giving you hope. It is coming from a place of love deep within you. And the lovers also has to do with a union. So you may be reuniting with some people, maybe planning how to get yourself to some people that you really, really miss. Some of you, I'm getting that energy as well. But the lovers is a deep, deep commitment, knowing that it's meant for you. You're meant to step towards it. You could be feeling very magnetized towards it too. So whatever people got to say, whatever people got going on, and it's okay if they're not even talking. You could just feel this energy of people ain't happy, or maybe you're quitting a job and like you're going to upset some people, but this is meant for you, right? Like this is meant for you. It's all over the spread, right? Look like this. Look at this. We have in the future the Tower. This is that release. This is that moving on. Now, the Tower can be a good or bad thing, right? It can be unsettling, but sometimes we have to make room, make space for the right energies to come in, right? If we are working this old job, how are we going to have time for a new one? For example, or if we're in this relationship that we know doesn't make us happy, then how are we going to make room for happiness, right? We have to release, we have to let go. And some of you are just literally like leaving the area. Okay, we've got moving on as well to really confirm this. Best choice of your life, the Sun, happiness, joy, success. June is the luckiest month of the year. Okay, and you're living up to that energy, right? And a lot of knowings, a lot of downloads. I feel that you are understanding what is and isn't yours energetically as well for the very spiritual people watching. And it's leading to you feeling very confident. Look at that. Very, very similar energies here. Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is about, as I was saying, rest and relaxation, but also taking care of your mind, your body, and your spirit by relaxing, de-stressing. I just see some of you just sipping tea, having your morning coffee. It just feels really good. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is someone who can take care of themselves. Take care of themselves. They don't need nobody to validate them, to give them the love that they need. They can give that to themselves. We've got so much Venus energy. Venus has to do with love and money. So you're not only being taken care of in just like your emotional state, but also, right, financially. So know that whatever you are moving on from, especially if it's coming from a place of truth, do it. Do it. Now, we also have the Queen of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Seven of Wands, in your advice section. Now, this is all painting a picture of you kind of have to remove other people's feelings, energies, opinions and for the time being, okay? Because you know what you're meant for. You know who you are and who you're meant to be and where you're going. You see it as clear as day. You're Scorpio, okay? Scorpio's very intense with their energies. And because they're so intense, when they do focus on their spiritual side, they get crazy messages. Like if you want to be ripped a new one and told like, hey, what karma do I need to release? Go to a Scorpio psychic because they are really, really good at transforming your pain into purity. And that's exactly what you're doing. It's exactly what you're doing. So protect yourself. Right? Because there is some chaos. There is some unsettling feelings, some energies that aren't meant for us. And how do you recognize these things? So I will say that some of these, chaotic energies or energies not meant for you, here to deter you, cause obstacles, are going to be your boredom. And this boredom, this uninspiration, this feeling of I'm not meant for this, a feeling of I'm not being guided in the right direction. There's an offer being given to you and it's just like everybody's telling me to do this, but I know that ain't it. So they're telling you to trust that, especially with this in your challenge, because you're very smart. You're very wise. You're very intelligent, very independent. Okay, independent here. So make that decision, make that choice. Even if you don't have all the answers, look what's behind her. The ocean, water energy, mysticism, intuition, emotions. She's using all of that knowledge and honoring it to make the right choice. Even the moon here, the moon has to do with illusions and deception, but it also draws out our emotions out of us. So there is darkness, a feeling of it won't look exactly how I envision it, but I know that I need to at least try. And I know that something better will come in than what I'm imagining now. And that's something you always have to remind yourself when you are manifesting. And I use this example. I went to school for 4 years. I got an animation degree. Am I an animator? I mean, kind of. I animate for myself. Like I made my own model. I made Droplet, right? And I make my animated emotes, but I thought I was going to be working on video games or doing Cartoon Network or working for Leica, right? I didn't get those things. I got something that fit me better. I became a Vtuber. I know, kind of cringe, but I like it. I really like it. So whatever that calling is, where you're like, oh, I think I need to go to school for this. Know or anything that you're investing into yourself. All right. And that can mean a new environment or letting go of people, whatever it is. Know that it will be even better than what you imagined initially. So be adaptable. Be up to other options. Leave room to be surprised because you will be. You will be. All right. Let's see what you don't see coming. I feel like that's important for you. What does Scorpio not see coming? And while I am shuffling, I would love to mention that I am going to be doing a donathon. Here are the goals I'm reaching. When we reach 10K, I will be doing my darndest to make my own tarot deck if that interests you. I am trying to get myself out of a really unhealthy situation. So let's see if you come by. Anyways, let's see what we have. What do you need to know? What do you not see coming? Yeah. So not only will this trigger your insecurities, but it will trigger the insecurities of others. Look at that. We have the Two of Swords, the decision coming up again, this choice you have to make in the next 2 weeks. But know that it will ultimately lead to people being proud of you, uplifting you. Shout out me throwing it. Uplifting you, supporting you, loving you. You're going to meet people that you're meant to meet. And so don't let these feelings of lack, unworthiness, unlovability deter you from choosing what you know you're meant for. Because, my goodness, is it leading to feelings of being proud and thankful for everything that has unfolded. Some of you are going to have a party too. This could be like a graduation. Yeah. So that's what I see. Thank you so much for trusting me with your reading. I wish you the best with everything that you are endeavoring. If you'd like a private reading, you're welcome to check out my Ko-fi. It is linked down below. And remember that you are never alone and you are loved. Bye-bye.